Now we start with Tehran. Israeli forces say they have launched a new wave of attacks on Tehran and Isfahan, targeting Iranian regime infrastructure as part of an ongoing military campaign. The Israeli army has described the operation as the 15th airstrike in this series of strikes, signaling a continued escalation in hostilities. Explosions have been reported in parts of Tehran amid the bombings. Iran has not yet publicly responded to this latest wave of attacks. Now we start this hour with the breaking news. Qatar's government has issued urgent mobile phone alerts warning citizens and residents of a heightened security threat. The alerts sent out nationwide urge the public to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities to authorities. While details of the threat remain unclear, the government has assured that security forces are taking necessary precautions to protect the public. Qatar's security agencies have intensified patrols across key locations, and heightened measures have been put in place to ensure the safety. The authorities have advised people to stay informed through official channels for further updates. Now we have another breaking news. Amid the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, U.S. President Donald Trump has said that the U.S. allies and partners will be working to bring Iran back from brink of destruction and will boost the economy of the region. He has also said that he will be involved in the selection of the next leader of Iran. The U.S. president has also given an ultimatum to Iran, saying that there will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. Amid the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, U.S. President Donald Trump has said that the U.S. allies and partners will be working to bring Iran back from brink of destruction and will boost the economy of the region. He has also said that he'll be involved in the selection of the next leader of Iran. The U.S. president has also given an ultimatum to Iran, saying there will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. Now we welcome Dr. Satoru Nagao. He's a fellow at Hudson Institute, joins us live from Tokyo. Thank you very much, Dr. Nagao, for joining us again. Good to see you. Now, looking at this, what do you think, where is this going, as Iran has been given an ultimatum by U.S.? Do you see Iran abiding by this or taking this as a warning?
This warning is indeed serious because US has the advantage, Israel has the advantage, the number of the ammunition and technology, military technology in this case. So that's why what Iran can do as a retaliation is attacking the soft target, which is a little bit different target. Then instead of attacking the US base or Israel, their missile and drones focusing on UAE or Kuwait. So that's why because of they do not have enough, Iran do not have enough missile to penetrate the defense line of the Israel and the US. They focusing on these soft target and creating the confusion in the economy. But disadvantage of Iran is not only this, because in the near future they will lose ammunition, which is the number of the drones and missiles. So that's why even if this kind of the soft target, Iran cannot attack it. And because of the Iran attack this country, there's a possibility that this country will retaliate against Iran if Iran run out these missiles. So that's why Iran should find something to end this war before they run out all of the stock of the ammunitions. And in this case, two things is needed. Firstly, of course, they should keep some missile and drones, but another one is they need to find someone to talk with the US and Israel in proper time. But still, they are selecting who is the successor of Khamenei. So that's why they should find someone proper to lead all of the Iran. So this is a big problem under the war. So, something is Iran need to do. Without this, their military will run out their weapons.
How do you think if they have the capacity, Iran has the capacity to do so, to keep going?
Of course, Iran tried to save the number of the ammunition they use because they have already prepared the underground their storage, I think, and separately they keep it in the many places. So this is a method. But there's another possibility is one by one the US and Israel identify where it is and destroy it. So that's why, of course, prolong the time for Iran. It's, of course, some certain level it is possible, but at the same time, anyway, end will come. So that's why they need someone to talk with it. Without this, this war will be the one-side game because ground troops, US and Israel will not send means that US and Israel can attack Israel by using the long-range weapons. And in case of the Iran, if the ground troops they can keep, but they cannot retaliate against the US and Israel if there is no ground troops of the US and Israel. So that's why this is a disadvantage for the Iran. And so, but this is the military reality, I think. So that's why under this condition, how to fight or how to negotiate is a matter for Iran.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for highlighting that, Dr. Nagao. Please do stay with us as we come back to you. Now, moving on, we have another breaking news. As the war in the Middle East escalates, Israeli military has said that it targeted a senior Iranian commander in Tehran. Meanwhile, earlier today, the Iranian president indicated more mediation from the countries, while he emphasized that Iran is committed to lasting peace in the region, but have no hesitation in defending the nation's dignity and sovereignty. Now we welcome back Dr. Satoru Nagao. He's a fellow at Hudson Institute, joins us live from Tokyo. Thank you very much, Doctor, for staying with us. Right, if this continues to drag on, who's going to be accountable, or who's going to have to pay for the reconstruction of Iran and the Middle East? Is it again like if you know how Russia is being accounted for, or Europe asks Russia to pay for reconstruction in Ukraine? What do you think will be the situation here?
How to end is a very important factor what will happen after the war. Because if Iran negotiate with the US and Israel to end this, in this case, there's a high possibility that US and Israel will agree, means that their influence will grow in Iran. So that's why investment came from the US side countries. But if Iran try to keep this situation, which is under sanction of US and Israel and others, in this case, Russia and China are only their friends they can invest, but Russia cannot because of the reason that you mentioned. So they need to spend money in the war in Ukraine. So that's why China is only a matter. But view from China, is it a variable investment that is concerned? Because even if the China invests to reconstruct the infrastructure in Iran, anyway, in the near future, US and Israel will bomb again. So that's why this is not variable for China, and so that's why the investment could be minimum. So that's why view from the infrastructure, indeed, infrastructure rebuilding, in this case, indeed, keeping current situation is not good for Iran anyway. And in this case, we should remember it. Iran says 1,300 people were killed until the fifth day of the strike. But 1,300 is a very small number, so that's why the U.S. and Israel's bombing is not mass killing bombing like the carpet bombing or something. Because during the World War II, U.S. used 300 bomber and used carpet bombing tactics to destroy Tokyo, but only in one night they killed 100,000 people in Tokyo. Only one night.
Yes.
So 5 days, just 1,300 is very small. So that's why the U.S. and Israel's bombing is not carpet bombing. This is quite precision strike against military facilities. So that's why view from the destruction of the infrastructure, indeed, this is minimum, I guess. So that's why when Iran thinks to rebuild the infrastructure after the war, indeed, of course, destruction has happened, but not too serious, I think.
Thank you for highlighting that and also sharing what happened in Tokyo before. Thank you very much, Dr. Nagao. Please do stay with us as we come back to you. Now moving on, Reza Pahlavi